Hello and welcome.
Hi.
You have to correct me with your name. It's Pálma, right?
Yes, I am Pálma.
You're Pálma. So, hi, Pálma. It's such a pleasure to meet you today. Tell me, where are you based?
Sorry?
Where are you based?
I live in Hungary, in Budapest.
Oh, beautiful city. Very nice. Pálma, you're very welcome to our Pet Industry Rising Summit, where we only talk to selected people in the industry. And what I really like about your business is very focused on supporting pet owners. Myself, I always have the vision to increase dog ownership, especially around the world. But you can only do that if you have a system how to take care of your dog, right? So, and I think you're a big player in that segment. So please share with us a bit about you, yourself first. Who are you? Why are you doing what you're doing? Don't tell us what you're doing. Just tell us why you're doing it as well.
Okay. So originally, I'm a veterinarian, and my passion is to educate pet owners and to help them in prevention and help them with knowledge, because I believe that our knowledge is the biggest tool if we have something with the pet, some issues, health issues, or some concerns or anything. So my goal was always to help more and more pet owners, and also to help them if they cannot be with their pets.
All right. So basically, you're taking a problem, which is, I think, one of the key problems, or let's call it not a problem, let's call it a challenge. What do I do with my dog, especially, right, when I'm traveling? What do I do when I'm out all day? Okay, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I have created the pet sitter course because I believe that someone who can take care of your dog should not be just available, but capable and educated about everything of a dog or a cat. So we created a platform where pet owners can find just educated and trusted pet sitters, and then they can have a peace of mind when they are away and cannot be with their beloved furry family members.
Nice. What is your vision around like a perfect pet sitter?
Perfect pet sitter is someone who really loves the pet, who can take care of any situation, any emergency, don't afraid of sick dog, and really responsible about their work.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're young and you're a veterinarian. Because your generation, so how do you see dog ownership specifically in your generation, and where does it lead to? I mean, where does it go to? Does your generation or the younger generation say, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of responsibility? Where do you see this industry going?
I see that here young people really treated pets like family members, like children. So they want to give them all they need, and I see a really good improve in pet ownership and the responsibility they take. And I see that they really need the knowledge, they need education, but maybe half of them is not aware that it's a really huge responsibility and they have to educate themselves. They always want to just educate the dog to go to the training school, but they don't know that they are who have to learn a lot about the dogs.
So that really has not changed, not between generations, right?
Yes.
I have a lot of people come to me, on a one-on-one level to say, I have this problem with my dog, and I always try to tell people in a nice way, well, actually, maybe it's not your dog, right? Yeah. So, yeah, you're pointing at the same thing. Yeah, interesting. But then what I see as well, the veterinary profession, right, has become different. So I see a lot of specialty clinics, so real clinics. Then I see the vet, the typical vet, but I see the younger generation basically evolving, right? So I think you are evolving your business as well to a remote vet kind of model, right?
Yes, that's what we do. Yeah.
Tell us about that, because that's interesting.
Yeah, it is like telemedicine. We have veterinary chat support, and by this, pet owners can ask a vet anytime, anywhere in the world. In the middle of the night, they can send pictures, videos of their pet, and if they cannot reach a vet because they live in a rural area or they are on a hike, they can ask if it's a huge problem, what can they do? And I see that it's a really huge help for them because in many cases they don't know what to do.
All right. So how does that work? So, for example, I have a dog. She's sleeping now, but I have multiple dogs. But I have a dog who has a permanent ear infection, right? That would be a problem where I would still need to go to a physical vet, correct?
Yes, absolutely. But we have some patients who just ask, okay, my dog sometimes scratching his ears. What should I do? And then I can tell them, okay, you should go to the vet immediately, as soon as you can, because if you wait for 1 week, it will be worse.
Yeah.
So it also helps, and we can help them to choose the treatment, and maybe if they need a specialist, we can refer to the specialist colleague.
I was just going to ask that. So they're also able to find a specialist through you.
Yes.
Right. Right. So where do you think your business is in the next 5 years? Where's the business going to be? What's your business going to be like?
At the moment, we are just in Hungary, but we would like to expand to Western Europe. So I believe that PetWiseCare can be present in almost every European countries. And I believe that we can have millions of pet owners and pets. And I would like to make a change in the world and in the lives of pet owners and pets, because I want to help pet owners to help their pets to live a healthier and longer lives. And education.
Yeah, that's a good point. So longevity, right? So this is one of those buzzwords at the moment. So longevity, everybody is talking about longevity. What role does that play? Does that play a role in your business setup as well?
Yes, because I believe that with prevention and education, we can improve the lives of our pets, and they can live longer and healthier.
Yeah, I mean, what specifically does that mean? I mean, how do we do that? Because there's a lot of confusion, I find, please educate me, on, for example, supplementation. Right?
Yeah.
So I have, there's one very famous brand that should not be named, doing treats, and one of my dogs is highly allergic to chicken, right? So, but these treats only exist. It's a supplemented treat in chicken, right? So what do you do and what do you trust? Because the choice out there is huge. So how do you help people to find orientation in this industry?
Yeah, it should be always personalized. So there is no treat, no supplement, or no food that can be applied with every dog or with every cat. And I believe in totally personalized treatment, personalized plan for the pets, and to find the best solutions for every pet.
Yeah, how do you personalize a plan though? How do you do that?
With several examination, checkups, and to see all the history of the pet. And then maybe you should try 1 or 2 supplements, because we can find out which works better with the pet. But by this, yeah.
Right. What role does food play, do you think? What role does it play? If you look at the pet food industry, there's so much choice, right? I mean, if you go to the US, everything is fresh now. So it's freshly cooked. Then we have a lot of kibble. There's a lot of confusion around dry food, I find. So what are the 3 things? I always like to talk about 3 things instead of because I know you're a veterinarian, could talk about 20, but let's focus on 3. What are the 3 things where you say, okay, this I think is the direction this industry is going to move to?
Yeah, I think that the food has the most important role in the health of the pet. And if you ask my personal opinion, I think that the cooked food is the best for the pets, but it should be depend on a veterinary or a nutritionist recipe. So if just an owner start to cook chicken with rice, it won't be a complete diet.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that this is the best, but you always have to be aware of the health state of the pet, because someone with a hepatic issue or someone with obesity or with endocrine problems will need totally different diets. So it always should be personalized.
Yes. Oh, good point. Where do you think this wearable idea is going? You know how you have wearables for humans now, the smartwatches and everything. Do you think that will play a role in the pets' lives?
Yes, I think it will play bigger and bigger role in the future. Now I see initiatives here in Hungary as well. Maybe at the moment they are not the best, and I think that they have to improve a lot. But with AI technology and with the improvement of the technology, I think in a few years we can use them in the daily life, and they can help a lot in checking out the health state of the pet without.
What would it be? What would it be for you? For you as a vet, what would the one thing be you would check out first?
The physiological values are a huge informative point.
Tell us a bit for what you mean by physiological values. Which ones would that be?
Yeah, they are the heart rate, the respiration rate, the color of the gum, the CRT, the capillary fill time. Yeah.
And is there a wearable already out there which you would say is interesting to look into or to further enhance? And how does that change your profession as a veterinarian?
At the moment here in Hungary, I haven't seen any wearable like this. So I don't have a big experience with them, but it could be useful.
And do you think that would change the profession as a veterinarian?
But change the profession in the last years, or?
Well, if you look at, if you suddenly, I personally think, there could be a way that you already see it now, right? So people now wearing their wearables, they will go to a doctor and they will tell the doctor, listen, I am seeing an irregular, make this up, right? Blood pressure or whatever, right? Scheme.
Yeah.
So you're coming to an ordinary doctor, and suddenly the doctor goes, ooh, now I have to talk to the patient about a diagnosis, which he or she did herself. Right? So the same could happen with a veterinarian in the future.
Yeah, maybe if pet owners will be equipped with the knowledge and with the wearables and how to read the wearables, they can reach out to the vet that, oh, I've seen this change in my pet's heart rate in the last few weeks. So let's do some more examination. I think that could happen. Yeah.
If you look at the veterinary profession and at your service you're offering, where do you think this should be? I mean, you said, okay, we're potentially expanding into Europe, but where do you expect, this is broadness, right? Width. But if you have to think about how do you make this, what you're doing, deeper or different, or, in the time of AI, how do you incorporate AI into all of this, what you're doing? Or are you going to, do you have a vision for that?
Yes, we are planning to use AI in many fields, but I think it should improve a bit more. But in giving advice to pet owners, it absolutely could be useful, or in diagnosis as well, because AI can read, for example, a cytology picture or any kind of diagnosis pictures. So it could be really useful if you don't need to send it to the laboratory. And
yes, so it makes it faster as well, right? So if you look at your competition in this space, right? So, or in not only the competition, direct competition, but also the players in the pet space. But this is a summit where I only talk to industry participants, right? So where do you think you would love to have more collaboration or more exchange? Is there certain segments where you would like to, have a more active collaboration, or tell me about that?
Yeah, I believe that we should collaborate with more veterinarians and veterinary clinics. At the moment, we have several clinic partners here in Hungary who are not open 24/7, so they can offer our service as their service as well.
Right, good.
And we have a collaboration with many pet groomers, pet shops, pet sitters, and any pet service providers, because they can be present on our website, and we can also promote each other, so like cross marketing, and we can do it with some really good pet food industry players. But I'm really picky with it, so we just collaborate with the good brands.
With the selected ones. Okay, so tell me the collaboration, how do you know that the ones you're collaborating with have the same, let's say, quality standards as you would have?
Yeah, it's really important to have the same quality standards and to have the similar values and similar vision as well. So if someone in this industry just here for the money and they don't love pets and they don't want improve the life of pets and pet owners, we have to do nothing with them.
Okay, that's good. That's very consistent, right? So tell me a bit about your team, like the people working with you, the people working for you. What are you like? I'm a big fan of, being in alignment with, decisions. And how do you lead? How do you manage to lead?
Yeah, in our team, there is no hierarchy. We are totally on a different level, on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
And we have developers. I have a CTO, a co-founder, and we have a support team member, and also the sitters and the veterinarians. And everyone has their responsibility, and they can make decisions in their field. So I'm not needed for everything and for every decisions. Of course, there are some parts which I am a must-have to include in the decision, but in their own field, they can decide. And I think it's really important to give people the freedom and to allow them to work the way they like to work.
Yeah. I'm operating a lot, because I deal with a lot of companies, and I'm a growth expert, right? So I typically work with a framework which I call Decide with Grace. And what that actually means is I'm always trying for companies like yours, to look into the clarity versus certainty. Because when you start deciding, a lot of people are still looking for certainty instead of clarity, right? So where do you have real clarity about what your next move is?
In which area
of
your
business?
Sorry?
In your business.
I think I have a really clear vision, or it's not just a vision. It will happen that we will have our mobile application in November. So the launch will be on the 15th of November. So this is a really clear plan.
Nice.
And after that, we can improve further. So now our biggest next step is the launch of the mobile app.
Right. Very good. So then do you have a lot of, you described you have a team. Is there lots of, discussions? How do you deal with, different opinions, different ways to move forward? How do you do that?
I really like if they have different point of view.
I like that. Yeah, it's a good one.
And I really like to brainstorming with my team. And I hate to be with just myself and with the decision or with the theme where I have to decide something. I always bring it to the team meeting and we brainstorming through it. And I really like to see the opinion of the others.
Okay, so that means you're actually doing the other thing I do in my Decide with Grace framework. It's about alignment, not approval. So you're not looking for approval, if I hear you right. So how do you manage to align? How do you manage to align your vision, your values within the team, even though you have different opinions? How do you do that?
Yeah, because our vision is quite the same. So when we started to work together, I gave everyone what is the vision of the company and what is my vision. And I started to work together with people who had the same kind of mission or vision. So if they cannot align with the company's vision, we cannot work together.
Good. I like that. That's good. That's good. So tell me a bit, if you could make a wish, because this is Pet Industry Rising, so you are going to be seen by a lot of other leaders. What is the one thing you would, one tip you can give to leaders which really works for you in a day-to-day kind of, setup for your company?
In leadership, I would recommend to let other people be themselves and also make decisions and have the freedom of their own responsibilities on their own tasks and own decisions. Maybe this gives people the feeling that they matter and that they are important.
Yes, great. Where do you think, one of the last questions, where do you think the service industry is going to go? Because what you're doing is pet services, right? So this is a very clear segment you're in. Where does that go? I mean, where is that? Do you believe this is a part of the pet industry which is going to have massive growth? And is that going to be supported by, for example, AI, wearables, by all of that?
Yes, I think it will have a massive growth as there are more and more pets. They will need more and more services, and they will need quality services. So, but I see that people are not okay with pet quality pet services. They really need the highest level.
Yes,
and I think it's a really good thing. And I think this industry can be supported with AI, but AI cannot replace us and cannot replace our services, but can support in many ways. And I think we just have to use AI really smart.
Yes. So what would be the smartest use to use AI?
To teach it, as if you give the right information to the AI, it can be smarter. So if you just write something into ChatGPT, maybe you will get the wrong answer. But if you teach it on the right way, you can improve it a lot. So I mean this.
Pema, when did you found your company?
In 2023.
Okay. And you have a very good growth rate?
Yes, we have quite good growth. Yeah.
That's nice. That's right. Really nice. So thank you very much for this interview. If you have anything else to share, I'd be happy to have you share it, because remember, you're going to be seen by a lot of colleagues of yours. So if you have the wish also to be seen, I'm definitely going to share your email address within that circle of trusted people.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'll stop the recording now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Pálma.
Thank you.
Today.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.